welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new here. For today's video, we have another very exciting adoption vlog. So tomorrow morning, I am actually going to pick up my newest guinea pig. He is going to be my 8th guinea pig, and he is going to be a friend for my single male Waffles. So to give a bit of like backstory on Waffles and on why I'm getting another pig and just all of that. So I adopted Waffles almost a year ago from a rehoming situation. I adopted him under the impression that he was a female and could live with my other females. And then I brought him home and found out that he was in fact a male, and either the owner did not know or they lied about his gender. So I then went and got a second male, Cinnamon, to try to bond to Waffles. Their bond lasted for about a month before they had a fight. I believe it was Cinnamon who was the aggressor, not Waffles. So I got Cinnamon neutered. He now happily lives behind me with some of my girls. However, Waffles is 4.5, almost 5 years old, so he is far too old to be neutered, and I do want to keep trying to find him a friend. Even though he didn't work out with Cinnamon, I do think he could still work with other males. He's a very calm, very laid-back guinea pig. Since he is older, he's not very hormonal either, so I think he would do really well with another male. It's just a matter of finding the right male for him. So I'm actually going to be adopting a young male from my local guinea pig rescue. So this male, he is about 7 to 9 months old, so he is definitely not a baby. And the reason that I didn't go with a baby, even though it's well known that very young guinea pigs can bond well with older males, is because I didn't want to have to go through the hormonal stage where the bond might break. Oftentimes if you bond an older male with like a 3-week-old male, when the young baby hits like the 7-8 month mark, the hormones start to go up and then there could be issues. So I'd rather know going in that their personalities were compatible rather than just there was such a large age difference that it worked for the time being. I'd rather have compatible personalities that will make a long-lasting bond. His current name is Coco. I don't know if I'll be keeping it. Coco is cute, but I feel like it's also a little bit basic, so I'm not sure. We'll see once I meet him, but I'm actually going to pick him up tomorrow. I'm going to be meeting the head of the guinea pig rescue about halfway, driving about 2 hours there and 2 hours back. I will be picking him up and bringing him home. The reason I decided to go through a guinea pig rescue instead of through a rehoming situation, like I've done for a lot of my other pigs, I've got them from people who are rehoming, is because I wanted the flexibility if the bond didn't work. So if the bond doesn't work between Waffles and the new pig, I will not be keeping the new pig. I do not have space to keep adding single males. I need a friend for Waffles, not more single males. So the rescue will be taking him back if the bond does not work. So that's why I decided to go through a rescue, and that's why I also recommend that you guys go through rescues if you're looking for new pigs to add to your herd or to your single pigs. Some rescues allow you to bond at the rescue. This rescue that I'm getting him from is more of like a foster network, if that makes sense. So there's not like one specific building that has the guinea pigs. It's a bunch of fosters over like 3 or 4 different states. So I will actually be doing the bonding myself, and then if it doesn't work, I will bring him back to the head of the rescue. I hope that makes sense, but like I said, I'm going to get him tomorrow. Then I'm going to be doing a certain like side-by-side living routine before I bond them. So I do want to say the bonding will probably not be in this video because I'm actually going to wait a couple of weeks before bonding. So the reason that I'm waiting 3 weeks is actually because I don't have time to do like a full male bonding. My schedule is too packed right now, and I'm actually going on vacation in a couple of weeks, and I don't want to leave a freshly bonded pair of male guinea pigs with my pet sitter. I don't want anything to go wrong while I'm gone. I don't want there to be fights. I don't want the bond to be unstable as it normally is within those first few weeks. I don't want to leave an unstable bond with a pet sitter. But they will be doing side-by-side living for those 3 weeks. So actually tomorrow I'm going to go straight into side-by-side living as soon as I bring the new pig home. So what I'm going to do actually is set up a side-by-side living situation in a neutral area. So I talked a lot to the head of the guinea pig rescue on the phone, and I asked her a lot about how she's bonded males and any advice for me going into this bonding. Like I said, my last male bond did not work out, so I was looking for any advice on what she normally does. So she recommended that I start with side-by-side living in a neutral area. So as you guys probably know, and as I've mentioned briefly, I do have females and males in the same room, and if this male bond works, they will be in the same room with my females. So some males are sensitive to the smell of females and some males are not. For some males, it will cause them to fight, and for some, they will not care at all. It really just depends on the pig, and I cannot quite know with the new pig how he will act. As far as Waffles seems, he doesn't seem bothered at all by the females unless they're like literally up next to his cage, which they will not be. I will be having a gap in between the cages. Therefore, I'm going to be doing the side-by-side in a very specific order. So like I mentioned, they're going to be going side-by-side in a neutral area. This will be in my bedroom. No pigs live in there, so there will be no smells of the females. And this way they can have their first introductions in a female-free, neutral environment, if that makes sense. So even though they won't be together, doing the side-by-side living, when I've done it in the past, I haven't made it a neutral area, and that's what I think is the key here that I have been missing. Hopefully that's the key that I've been missing, and that will be, hopefully this bond will work, and that will be what I have been missing, because I think having them see each other for the first time in a neutral area free of females will decrease the chance of any immediate hostile feelings. So they'll be side by side for probably 2 or so nights at least in the neutral area, and then I will move them side by side into my main room with my females. I know that was a lot. I hope that makes sense to you guys. This is going to be sort of an adoption vlog, and then also them getting to live side by side and getting to know each other. I'm really excited for Waffles. I really hope that this is a solution for him. He is a very sweet and laid back male, and I feel so bad that he has lived alone almost his entire life except for his 1 month with Cinnamon. He is so sweet. He is not very aggressive unless another pig is aggressive to him first. So I think that he really could work with another male. And from what I spoke to the rescue about the personality of this new pig, he is very energetic, they said. So he would do well with a laid back male. So I am very excited to hopefully get Waffles a friend. This pig is so adorable. I'm not gonna show you guys. I'm sure actually you've seen in the thumbnails. Like, I'm not going to show you, it's going to be a surprise, but I'm sure there's a photo of him in the thumbnail, so never mind. Here's a photo of him. He is so adorable. The rescue said they believe he is like an Abyssinian Shiba mix, so he's got like Abbey fur, but then he has like a really long like tail at the end almost, and it's literally so cute. So I really hope he works with Waffles because he's literally so beautiful. But I'm gonna go ahead and move to my bedroom, the neutral area, and set up that pen for him tomorrow. Alright, so this is what the finished pen looks like. Each of them will have a 2x3 with the 14-inch grids, which is about 8 square feet. And as you can see, I have placed both their hay and their food dishes right up next to each other, so they will be forced to like eat by each other through the bars. And I treated this area as if I was literally doing a bonding. So everything in here is completely fresh. These are brand new grids out of the box. All of the fleece is clean, all of the hides are clean, and those are even like new temporary litter boxes that I got from the Dollar Tree. They're just Tupperware storage containers. So there is quite literally nothing in here that should have any scent. Like I said, all the fleece is clean and washed. So I'm really like hopeful about having them meet this way. I haven't tried this before, but it makes a lot of sense if you're going to do side by side first to make sure it's on neutral territory. Therefore, they can't get possessive over their space, because if you were to do side by side in already established cages like I did in the past, they may get territorial over their space. I will not be putting Waffles in here until I bring the new pig home, so we'll be going into the space at the exact same time tomorrow when he gets home. So yeah, that is the pen all set up, and I will check back in with you guys when I leave in the morning. All right, guys, so I just arrived at where I am going to be meeting the head of the rescue to pick him up.
So this is a carrier that I have right now for him. I actually just bought this carrier the other day from PetSmart, and it's a perfect size for one pig. So I have a little blanket in there in the bottom and then a bunch of hay in here, and now I will just be waiting to meet her. All right, guys, so I just met up with the rescue and I have him. He's very scared right now, so you probably won't be able to see him too well, but he's over there somewhere. He is so pretty. I don't know if you guys can see. Look at his colors. So I'm gonna go ahead and get him home, and then we will put him and Waffles in the side-by-side pen. All right, guys, so ignore the terrible lighting in here, but I just got home, and as you can see, I have them both right here. I have Waffles in this tub right here, and the new baby, still haven't decided a name, but he is in that tub right over there. So I'm gonna put him in first, and then I'm gonna put Waffles in, and then just see how they interact with the bars. I'm very, very excited. He did pretty good in the car. He was like moving around and stuff, which is usually a good sign to me that they're not too freaked out that they aren't willing to move around. He was moving around some. I don't know how much he ate, but I'm just gonna put him in the pen and see how he does in there. This is him. He's literally such a beautiful guinea pig. I'm gonna go ahead and put him in. Alright guys, so it's actually the evening now. I just got home from work. It's about 9:30 and I left for work at about 3:30, and they both seem to just be relaxing. Waffles is back here, and then the new pig is in his house right over there. So everything seems to be going well. It looks like both pigs have been pooping and everything. Obviously Waffles I wasn't really worried about, but the new guy seems to be having normal poops, normal digestive stuff, which is good considering he just went through a lot of driving and traveling to get here. But they both seem to be doing well, so I'm going to go ahead and do veggies for them and then just let them settle in for the night. Alright guys, so it is now the next morning and they were just chilling in here all night long. It was so cute. Last night when I went to bed, they were both sleeping right here up against the wall, like next to each other. So that was really, really cute. And now they're just hanging out. The new guy is in this little house right here. He's been in this house a lot if he's not laying over next beside Waffles. And he is so funny. He took all night to eat his veggies, and his foster mom said that that is like just what he does. Like he literally will save his veggies over the course of the entire night. And I have never met a guinea pig that does that. At first I was like, it's a little bit weird, like maybe he's not feeling well or hasn't adjusted to the new environment. But over the course of the night, he ended up eating all of his veggies. It just took him all night for some reason. But it was so funny because I woke up this morning and he was eating like his last pepper. and Waffles was just pulling at the bars, like mad that he still had veggies left over and Waffles didn't. But this is mostly what they've been doing. They don't rumble every time they're next to each other. I don't think they're rumbling right now. They did just a little bit, but like I said, I did see them just laying down completely comfortable up next to each other against the grid. So that is a really good sign. When Waffles was bonded with Cinnamon, he would never lay up against the grid like that. He was just never interested in it. Hi, buddy. So I think it's a really good sign that they can be calm around each other, not rumbling all the time, even though like clearly there is still some rumbling. But they're going to stay in here for the rest of today, and then tomorrow during the day I will move them into the pig room and they will be able to smell the girls then, and we'll see how they react then. But for right now, they are pretty chill in here. All right, guys, so I just got home once again. I was out for a bit today, but I came home to them just laying right here next to each other. It's literally the cutest thing ever because I've seen them both lay in their hides, so I know they like their hides, but they like choose to lay right here beside each other. And I still cannot for the life of me decide on a name for him. I have been struggling very hard. I'm sure you guys can see whatever I've chosen in the title of this video, but I'm struggling so hard. He has such a pretty face and such a pretty coat, and I just want his name to like fit him perfectly. So I'm really, really struggling. But anyway, they're still doing well, so good news there. They both seem very content. Obviously, still rumbling and stuff. We won't really know how well they're going to get along until the bonding, which, like I said, isn't happening for a few weeks. However, they will be moving into the room with the girls tomorrow, so we'll see if that like escalates any behavior or anything. But for now, they're doing good. I'm just gonna sit here and stare at him and try to think of a name. Alright guys, so the boys have been doing well in my bedroom in the neutral area, and they've spent 2 nights in there. So I am now going to move them into the pig room. So over here is where my females and my neutered boar are, and then the 2 boys are going to be right here. The cage is pretty wide. It's going to come like pretty much all the way out here, so it's going to be a very narrow area in between cleaning here. I'm going to see how it works, if it's too tight in the room or what's up. I would love to make it like along the wall, but unfortunately my desk, ignore the mess on my desk, but it would not fit right here. So for now, I'm just gonna move what setup they have now in here, and I'll try it out, see how I like having the cage be that size in here. If it doesn't work, then I'll try to rethink another idea for after they've bonded. But for now, I'm going to move their split 3x4 into this area, and then hopefully they won't be too upset by the girls or anything. It's going to be on the ground for now. In the future, I would like to have it up on a table just because it gives me more storage, and also like decrease any risks of them escaping and getting over to my girls down here. Although I feel like the risk is pretty low, but we'll see. They don't seem like climbers. I know Waffles definitely is not, but we'll just see how it goes. For now, they're just gonna go right here because it's the easiest. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop them into their carriers, and then I will move their cage in here.
So I have finally chosen a name for the new pig, which again, I'm sure you guys already knew, but I decided on the name Rocket. I don't know if I mentioned it in my last clip, but I was thinking on it for quite a while. The reason that I chose his name as Rocket is because when I first put him in his pen when I brought him home on Sunday, I swear he looked like a little raccoon, like the way he moved around, like the shape of his face and stuff. And then I said that to my friend Alyssa from Alyssa and Pets, and she was like, you should name him Rocket after the raccoon in Guardians of the Galaxy. And then I was like playing it out, I was trying out the name, but it just fits his personality so well. Like, he's so energetic, he's kind of like spazzy a little bit, like he doesn't really walk, he sort of like hops around the cage. Like, it's really, really cute, and I just feel like it fits him super, super well. So his name is going to be Rocket. I know it doesn't match a lot of my other guinea pig names, but I just felt that a food name wasn't really fitting him quite right, and I just think Rocket is really, really cute and really unique. So it's going to be his name, and now they are in the pet room with the girls. It was so funny when I brought them in here. All the girls on like the bottom who would be able to see them were like watching them through the bars because they could like see them from a couple feet away. But the boys didn't seem too bothered by the girls. It definitely smelled in here for a moment when they started like releasing their hormones or their scent marking and all of that. It definitely stunk in here for a couple of minutes when they were doing all that because of like the new space, and I'm sure the females a little bit. But now they're just eating. They both did a ton of popcorns. It was so cute. I think I got a couple of them on video for you guys, but they were both like popcorning around the cage. Waffles went up and snipped Rocket, and then he would popcorn away. Rocket was just popcorning all around the cage. He even weaked a little bit. It was really, really cute. I think it's a really, really good sign that they are like happy and popcorning even after being next to each other in a room of females. And it's also just a very good sign because the last male that Waffles lived beside, they never kind of like popcorned because of each other, if that makes sense. They only popcorned because of like food or clean cages, but I'm pretty sure they were popcorning because of each other because they were sniffing, and then Waffles like popcorned away. So it seems to be very good signs to me. I will continue to be very pleased if they decide to sleep beside each other by the bars, even in the room with the females. If they continue that behavior, I think that will really be a very good sign. But I don't love the layout of the cage. Like I said earlier, before I set it up, I was scared it would make the space very small, and it certainly does. And it worries me to put it on a table because I think that would make the space even smaller. Like, it would seem smaller to have the cage up on the table. So I'm just not really sure what the solution is for the cage. For now, this will work for the 3 weeks or so that I have before I'm going to do their bonding in mid-August. This setup will work. I can definitely make it work for a couple weeks. But long term, like, I'm in this apartment for another year, and I'm not sure that this is like a long-term setup that I want to have. I'm gonna have to go back to the drawing board. I'm going to have to brainstorm some more for their future cage layout. But for now, I'm just happy that they're happy and that they're getting along well. Alright guys, so it is now Friday morning. I thought that I would just show you guys how he's doing. Everything has been going really, really great. They have been in the guinea pig room for 2 or 3 nights. I think, I can't quite remember, but he has been such a little sweetheart. He has been doing really, really well. He's been very active, very happy, and just overall he seems to be very happy in his new home. So here he is. His foster mom said that he doesn't like to be picked up, but once you're holding him, he sort of likes to cuddle. I haven't tried it out yet, so I thought I would hold him briefly for sort of like the outro of this video. But here is little Rocket. I am so happy with him. He's literally so adorable, and he has a really great personality, especially since he's so young. He's the youngest of my guinea pigs. He's got a lot more energy than some of my other ones, and he's really fun to watch and stuff. So this is where I am going to end today's adoption vlog. I hope you all enjoyed. Like I said, in a couple weeks I will be doing the bonding with him and Waffles. I'm very hopeful. I think it is going to work out well. So if you're interested in seeing the bonding in the future, make sure to subscribe and turn on the notifications so you don't miss when I post that video. But thank you all so much for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe to see more of my content, and I will see you guys again next week. Bye bye.